Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with another fairy build for you guys. Today we're once again building in the world of Innisgreen, which is the world that we got with the brand new Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. And today we're building a fairy family home in this 20 by 20 lot that it's the one that is located in a tree, like in a massive tree. I think it's a beautiful lot. I really wanted to build something a little bit smaller, so that's why I chose this one. And I ended up loving the result. I think this house ends up feeling so magical, so whimsical. I really like it. And I do have a family in mind for this build, which is three sisters actually. So there's an adult, like a young adult sister, a teenager sister, and also a toddler. So you have space for three Sims here for if you wanted to change the type of household and having like two parents or something like that. I don't think the bed for the main room is actually accessible for both sides. I did playtest this house, but I didn't playtest that in particular because I did have a specific family in mind. So maybe one of the beds is not accessible for both sides, but you could still easily have four Sims living in here if you want. And yeah, I took the inspiration from a picture that I saw on Pinterest that I'm gonna be trying to find and add here on the screen so you can see pretty much the inspiration that I got. And I tried my best to use as much from the new pack as possible. So it's mostly, this build is mostly Enchanted by Nature. I did use some other packs as well. I don't exactly remember which ones, but you can find them in the gallery. So if you want to download this build, this has been already uploaded to the gallery. You can find it under my EAID, which is KaarySims, and also under the hashtag KaarySims. And there's always a link in the description for you to download the builds if you want to do so right away. So you can go to the description as well and find these builds ready to download. So there's also all the information about this build, how many bedrooms and bathrooms it has, how much it costs, the world that I build it on, and also the lot size. So yeah, this ends up being a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2.5 bathroom house. Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. And it ends up being quite big in the interior, I have to say. I added many things in this house, and as I said, I used a lot of the things from the new expansion pack. So you see me now decorating with all the wisteria and stuff here. I struggled a little bit because I really wanted to use the rounded wall in this section. The inspo pick actually had kind of a rounded tower here, and there's also another tower in the back of the build. So I did use the rounded walls, and they were glitchy just a little bit, but not that much, I have to say. I think this is the first time that the rounded walls are not so glitchy, at least in my game. The only thing that I had an issue with was when I was adding the like the ceiling tile. So I was painting the ceiling and it painted the floor as well. But that was the only issue that I had with the rounded walls this time, and that's amazing because I mean it's still a glitch, but it's not something so terrible. You can live with that, I think. So yeah, we're adding some windows here. I wanted to use a lot of these kind of whimsical items that I haven't used before because I mean I've built only once before with this expansion pack. I'm talking as if I have been building with this pack for weeks now. But I mentioned in my previous video that I wanted to keep some of the items for another build, and this is that build. So I wanted to use all of these new windows and doors that we got, and also the like the roof texture. I love it. This is a pink and yellow swatch that I think looks so nice, and it just matches up so well with the green that I used as a main color here. And I love it. I think it's so beautiful. Like definitely one of my favorite roof textures that I've seen so far. And hopefully I'm gonna be able to use it in more than just fairy builds or maybe occult builds. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to use it in, I don't know, a suburban house or something like that. But yeah, we're adding some of these vines here from Jungle Adventure in that tower. That tower ends up being only bathrooms. It was the easiest way for me to like use the space that I had in this house. So yeah, it ends up being a fully functional house. As I said, the bathrooms, I struggled so much with them because they're rounded and I really wanted to use the shower and the tub that we got with Enchanted by Nature. So I did struggle, but I made it work. And of course I had to add the fairy house here. And yeah, it's really cool to use it. I really like that. And also this table that I haven't used before, I used it throughout the whole build. So you will see it in many different versions, like different swatches. And all the swatches are so cute. I really, really like the swatches that we got. Also, we did get a lot of purple swatches in this expansion pack. That's something that made me so happy. I really thought I was going to use more purple in this build. I didn't. I used a lot of purple in the teens room, but I didn't use as much purple as I thought I was gonna use throughout this build because I kept it really pastel. And the purples that we got are more like darker purples, and I tried to keep this house really pastel. Of course, not everything is pastel in this build, but mostly pastels. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be building something else with the purple swatches and stuff because it's like something so new to have more purple in the game. I'm really excited about that. I wish we had gotten this expansion pack before I built the second gen for the Very Veggie challenge, because I already have that build done. I just have to upload it to YouTube, and the second gen was actually eggplant, so I had to use a lot of purple and we didn't have that in the game. So it would have been great if I would have waited a little bit to build with some items from Enchanted by Nature. But anyways, now we can have a lot of purple stuff, and that's so cool. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and I really like that we are able to have more purple here on the game. And I'm adding this kind of flowers. This is a debug item from Island Living that I almost never use, but I think it just looks so nice. It just gives more of this kind of whimsical fairy vibe to this build. It's amazing. I really, really like it. Of course, I had to add a lot of mushrooms here as well, because the mushrooms are so pretty and they come in 4 different colors. So that's just versatility. I really like that. So yeah, I added this pond in here. Your Sims can actually, I think they can fish. They cannot swim in the pond because it's not deep enough, but you can make it deeper if you want. I didn't. I think it was just fine like that. But yeah, we're adding some more of these plants, a lot of debug plants, of course. And I just wanted it to feel really magical, and I think I achieved that. I think this build ends up looking really magical, and that's something that I was really happy about because I really wanted to kind of embrace the fairiness and just have something really cute and really whimsical. And now we're moving into the interior. We're gonna start out with the kitchen, of course, because the kitchen is my favorite room in every house. So yeah, we're using the counters and cabinets from Enchanted by Nature. And yes, I still don't like the idea that you can see the divisions between every counter. I think it's weird. I don't know why they did it like that. I know, and I mean, it has to do with the countertop texture because it's supposed to be wooden and not symmetrical. So kind of, I think that's the issue. I think the start and the beginning of each side of the counters is different. So of course it wasn't gonna match, but I still think they could have tried to smooth a little bit of the edges or something for us not to notice it so much. But yeah, I still think the counters and cabinets are really, really cute. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use them too often, but at least I've used them twice now, and in this kind of pinky purpley swatch that I really like. And I mixed it with the appliances from Cottage Living and also Realm of Magic. And once again, I used the microwave from the Restoration Workshop kit because I don't know, I think it's beautiful. I really like it. And I think it matches really well with the aesthetic in here. I didn't think the Sims would have like a pressure cooker, or they wouldn't have a kettle so having a microwave. I think it just helps with the functionality. Of course, the fairies don't need to eat, so I don't know why they would have a big kitchen, but they do. It looks nice. You can have any type of sim in here if you want that you want. And I had to use this table. I think it's beautiful, and I changed the swatch of it because oh no, I changed the swatch of the chairs because it was just too much pink in my opinion, and it wasn't feeling so pastel. But the curtains, I think they just help a lot, and also this the chandelier or something, like the ceiling light is beautiful. And I had to use these mushroom shelves in here because I have been keeping them. I really wanted to use them in this build. I used it here on the first story, also in the toddler's room as well in another swatch. You will see it when we get to that part. And I added a lot of plants here, the interior plants that your sims can actually take care of. And I did play test this, and my sim having the max gardening skill, they could actually take care of the plants without even accessing them, like not being in front of them. They could just tend the garden without any issue. So I don't know if having a sim with a lower skill will be an issue or not, but at least my sims didn't have any issues taking care of those plants. And now we're moving into the living room, and I really wanted to use the fireplace and also the couch from Enchanted by Nature, because the fireplace is one of the most beautiful ones we've had in the game. Also, it has 4 different shelves, and that's so cute. So cute. I really like that. Of course, I had to use it in this build. And the couch is so beautiful. I mean, you can use it in any other type of build that you want. That couch is really versatile. Also, the chairs that are the matching set for the couch, I think they're really versatile, and you can use them in different type of builds, not necessarily this type of builds, more fairy-like. You can use it in any type of build that you want. They're gonna look so good. And also, there's a situation here because you see the tiny window that is in the landing of the stairs. I have to get rid of that because my sim couldn't walk up the stairs because of a window that I didn't add any curtains to, that I didn't add anything to. The window was blocking my sims from getting upstairs. So I had to get rid of the tiny window. That was so weird. I think it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why a window would block your sims from going up the stairs. But yeah, that was something that really happened, and I had to get rid of the tiny window. That just gave a different vibe to the build. I really missed that window. But anyways, we're moving into the type of office situation that I created here. I wanted to use the bookshelves, both of the bookshelves actually, like the bookshelf and also the stack of books. I really wanted to use them. And there's also a desk with a computer, and the computer is once again the typewriter from Cottage Living because it's perfect for this type of builds. And yeah, I ended up really liking this area. Your sims can actually use everything here. Besides the bookshelf that's right next to the desk, of course. But anything else, as your sims can use it. And I don't know, I just really like it. And of course, I had to use one of the telephones that we got in the Blast from the Past rewards challenge, so it's an unlockable item. Also, I do have to play with like the rewards challenge that we're going through right now, the Nature's Calling one, because I need to unlock the outhouse. I cannot wait to build with that. I think I'm gonna be playing today and finishing that week so I can actually unlock the outhouse because I really want to build with that. So maybe you will see another fairy build soon in the channel, or maybe I'll build something else. I don't know. I haven't planned anything yet. But this is the teens room, and here's where I wanted to use a lot of the purple that we got, but you see the purple is really dark, and because we didn't get a single bed with Enchanted by Nature, I decided to use this one from Seasons because it just matches really nicely with the aesthetic and also the color scheme that I was trying to go for. I used this wallpaper from Enchanted by Nature, and I used it in here and also in the toddler's room because I wanted to use it in different swatches, and I think it looks really nice. So I thought it would be cool to use it in here. So we're decorating here the dresser that I wanted to use the purple version of this, but it was just too dark. It wasn't matching with the rest of the build, so that's why I decided to keep it in the green swatch. Also, this teenager is into art, so they can paint. They have an easel in here and they can paint if you want. I play tested this room as well, everything functions, so that's really cute. And now we're moving into the toddler's room. This is a really tiny bedroom, but I could make use of all the space and I could manage to have many things. I really wanted to use this thing from the storybook nursery kit, but it just didn't look nice enough, so I decided not to use it. But I think I'm gonna be using it in maybe maybe an infant's room, or maybe a with a crib or something. But here are the mushrooms that I said that I was gonna use again in this kind of orange swatch that I think it's beautiful. It's like, I feel like they glow in the dark. I don't know if you have the same idea, but I think they glow in the dark. They don't, but they give me this vibe of mushrooms glowing in the dark, so I really wanted to use them in here. I added a changing table even though it's a toddler, because maybe your Sims haven't potty trained the toddler. And also the mirror I have to get rid of because the toy box was blocking my Sim from walking through the hallway. That was something so weird. So weird, but I had to get rid of the mirror so I could move the toy box a little bit so my Sim could actually walk from the stairs into another bedroom. That was really weird, but it happened. And it's a Sim, so it shouldn't surprise me at all. But this is the main bedroom. This is in the 3rd level of this house, and this is a room that I thought it would be for the bigger sister. And I used the bed from Enchanted by Nature, of course, and this dresser from Cottage Living with this shelf from Snowy Escape. I added a lot of clutter in here, and that's why I said that I don't know if this bed would be accessible from both sides, because I placed it half a tile away from the wall so I could have more space in the bedroom. So I don't know if you could have a Sim walking through that tiny space over there, but your Sims could in the bed if they want to, because I needed space, like a proper space for your Sims to get into the bathroom here, because the wall is a diagonal. So yeah, it was hard. Now we are going to be moving into the bathroom, because I didn't add that much to this bedroom, so we're adding the lights, and now we're gonna be moving into the bathroom. Because I didn't want to block the space. And we're going to be copying and pasting most of the items here, because of course I had to use the toilet and the sink that we got with Enchanted by Nature. I think the toilet is so beautiful. I don't like the sink that much, I have to say. I think it's quite simple for the rest of the items. Or maybe we should have gotten another sink as well. Maybe a bathroom sink, because this one feels like bathroom sink, but it works better as a kitchen sink. So maybe we should have gotten another sink as well. I don't know. But I tried to use the tub from Enchanted by Nature. I ended up not using it because it was just too big. The room was rounded. The tub was triangular. It wouldn't have worked. So I decided to use the one from Eco Lifestyle that maybe it doesn't look so well in there, but I still feel like it goes with the vibe a little bit. But yeah, we're actually heading to the end of the video now, so I hope you guys like it. And if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. Links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.